Khadijah Morley. I'm a printmaker, and right now we're in Toronto, Ontario, so that's where I'm located right now. So just a couple years I've been printmaking, and I started doing mostly etchings first, and kind of focus on a lot of lino cut, like relief carving techniques now. Like I did it in school as a minor, so for me it's like relatively new. So it's funny, like I guess in my thesis year, so I was trying to do etchings for a drawing and painting major, and my professors were kind of like rushing me to get stuff done, and like printmaking is very like labor intensive and very slow. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll try lino cuts, see how these like work, and I started like doing like simple images, and like I just kind of like fell in love with the aesthetic of it. It just kind of like brought a whole new like flavor to my work that I've just been addicted to ever since. Yeah. So it's an image that I've been kind of like I had on the back burner for a while. It's something I was trying to figure out a composition with, but I never had like the right, like the language to figure out what I was trying to do, So I kind of had like this little silhouette, like there's like this one I just had like a cutout, and I was like, I want to do something with it, but I don't know what. And I started reading Christina Sharp's In the Wake, and I was like, okay, now I know what to do. It's a lot. So it's like basically the book is called like In the Wake on Blackness and Being, and she basically uses like particular metaphors like surrounding like wake in itself, like the definition of a wake. So the wake is basically like the reverberation of a ship moving forward, something caught in sight, someone swimming, and then the sort of like a disturbance of flow in water, right? And it's basically like a metaphor for like contemporary like Black life and existing now, and basically how many of our lives within the diaspora is sort of affected by the reverberations of like the transatlantic slave trade. So I kind of just incorporated the metaphor of like the weather and the wake within the work. So it's like there's this figure in a body of water. There's like these kind of like, it's like stormy clouds, stormy waters, and it's very like simplistic image, which I like because like it allowed me to incorporate sort of that ideology in it without kind of being didactic, right? So it's mostly just a way of dealing with the everyday, like a condition that is like basically inescapable or inevitable, and just finding a language, a visual language to sort of express that sort of feeling of like just dealing with that sort of stuff, right? So it's like it's misleadingly simplistic in imagery, right? But I think the piece itself is still telling me what it's about, like it kind of, I think the gaze in it is very intense, and it's like I don't even know in its entirety what it is, but I just know like the feeling of it is just like this very, very intent look. Yeah, it's like I don't know, when you look at it and you make eye contact with this figure, it's like, I don't know, you don't really have like a specific,
What is the significance of the silhouetted figures that reoccur in your recent pieces?
Yeah, so I started doing that in my thesis work, just the silhouettes, and it started off, hi baby, sorry. It started, okay, hurry up, do your thing, hello, okay. It started off as like a way to explore sort of my own blackness, right? So, but thinking about it in terms of like W.E. Du Bois, the double consciousness. So all these shadowy figures is basically, for me, it was like a sort of invisibility, a hypervisibility, because basically the double consciousness is like, always looking at yourself through the eyes of others. But, so that's how I started to think about the silhouettes and use the silhouettes. But as I started to like continue to use them in my work, it's taken a whole new meaning for myself, and it's challenging to even like expand upon like this like recurring like motif, you know what I mean, and how I can sort of extend what it means, because I don't know, it's so ambiguous that it's like, even though it's me, it could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, some people don't even register it as like a black person. Maybe they think it's just like a shadow or whatever. It could be a ghost, you know, or spirits. So I like it. It's like, they reoccur because I like how, you know, how fluid its meaning is, right? And how it can kind of play with different things. So basically it's a reductive lino cut. So I printed this one by hand with a spoon and a baron, so it was a lot. So basically, I have my lino cut, and I'm carving away each layer to sort of reveal a different set of colors. I kind of layered different, I guess, intensities of reds, different shades of reds to sort of make up like the skies. I even like layered other colors on top of it to create like a different shade, like with the like kind of like the purplish burgundy sky, like burgundy cloud. I kind of like layered a thin, like a slight hue on it, you know, just to get the red to shine through it. It's like, yeah, so it's just like a lot of color layering, a lot of removing things, a lot of carving. So yeah, it's a reductive lino cut.
Do you find it like difficult to do like lino cut with cat hair?
Oh my god, yeah, I literally just went out and got a lint roller. See all that, because it'll be like hair in my prints, and I'm like, girl, my practice means everything to me, pretty much. It's everything. Like it's what I've always wanted to do. It's what brings me so much joy. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that don't make any sense, but like, just being able to do art and tell stories and connect with people through art, it just means everything.